Hi guys, BSS Central here. Today we are here with the commentary of the new yellow cards. As usually, we will see only the most particular card and the strongest one, in our opinion, obviously. As you can see, new haircut for me. Yeah, it's basically too hot. It's just summer, but we are in the today is the 9th October and we have the 30 degree. So yeah, but anyway, let's see. Let's see the cards. Starting with the first yellow X rare, Empress Guardian Red Queen Otherlander. So Guardian is the new X rare type of cards that play with the Sanctuary of all colors. Effect on someone, we can reduce the BP of one spirit opponent controlled by 2000. And during main step at level 2 and 3 with 2 and full core, when one of your other land spirit is summoned, we may exhaust one of our topest sanctuary to activate the when summoned effect of that spirit a second time. So the concept of the card is really funny, really interesting, maybe also pretty strong, but in my opinion it just costs too much, 6 with 3 reduction, and we know that other lander plays with the cost of cards that are revealed from the deck, and usually we look for cost 5 or 4, not for a cost 6, but maybe we can just build our deck in this direction with Lumiere and Alice maybe. But the problem, the true problem, is that we need to play top at Sanctuary to make this card do something. So top at Sanctuary, as we will see soon, is a really mediocre Nexus, and this makes also Red Queen be a mediocre card, especially also for the low BP. Just 4000 is really low. Wonderland Pumpty Dumpty, another Otherlander. When summon, we can reveal a card from deck, and if that card is the same cost of any of our spirit, we can add to the hand. Otherwise, we have to discard from level 2 and 3 with 2 and 3 cores. When destroyed, draw a card. So this is a pretty good Otherlander card. Yeah, maybe we can play a deck, Otherlander deck based on cost 4, 5, and 6. But anyway, we have really we can have a really big problem in the early game. Anyway, the effect is pretty good, I think. Reveal a card from the deck is always a roll of dice. It can be anything, and also if you try to make a deck based on equal cost, you must include also some other cards. You cannot play, for example, Exhaust Nexus in yellow, or some cost 2, or some other cards that, for example, Hippocampo. It can means that we have to discard a card. Anyway, the good side of Pumpty Dumpty is that we can add any type of card, Nexus, Magic, Spirits, and he costs 4, so maybe we have not to discard, for example, an Ice Shield. That is the worst scenario ever. And also all Nexus that we usually use in yellow are cost 4. So anyway, it's not so bad, that card. I don't know if we will see it play, maybe in some for fun deck. Also, is not to underrate this card, Wonderland Car Soldier Pentan, cost 3/3, so it can be a 0-drop. When summon, we can select an Otherlander Spirit card from trash and return to the top of the deck. In another lander, a pure Otherlander deck is a good card. In general, is not so good. It's not a great effect with that. Also, in another lander deck, I'm just thinking now, a cost 3 is not so good. That doesn't match with the other cost. So I don't know. Maybe this is just a garbage. But it is a 3-3, so maybe. So this is the most interesting one. Cheshire Cat. Other lander, Fable Beast, cost 2. When summoned, we reduce the cost of the next yellow magic card we play from the hand this turn by 1. What we can say about that card, its cost 2, is Fable Beast. It has a pretty good effect, so just a really beautiful yellow card for the deck, for every deck, I think. And this is a really good one. It's pretty interesting also the search method of Impulsive Pilgrim. During opponent attack step at all level, we reveal the top 2 cards from the deck when one of our spirit is destroyed by the opponent, and we can place a top-up Sanctuary from that without paying the cost. And the remaining card go to the bottom. At level 3 with only 4 core, it has Blessed. So this is not a particular strong card, because always top-up Sanctuary is a mediocre Nexus. But I think that is a really interesting way to search card. It's really nerfed from the fact that it can be activated only during opponent attack step, and not also during our attack step, only with our opponent destroy a spirit, so is really limiting. But anyway, is an interesting idea. All yellow player just fall in love with this. 10 million Turtle Gambu, Fable Beast. 8-4. During attack step, our attack step, at the start of the step we can select our other Fable Beast, and it cannot be blocked by opponent spirit with listed effect during this turn. During attack step, level 2 and 3, when one of our Fable Beast is destroyed by our opponent, we can refresh another Fable Beast spirit we control. So this is a really big one. This can make Fable Beast really, really competitive. It was just the best yellow archetype in general, but it suffers a lack of boss spirit, because we can use King Lean with Eagle, but anyway, it is not a good boss. Now it gains one, so Fable Beast just can be countered in the top deck for the next format, I think. Thanks, Gambu. The only things we can say that it has only 6000 BP at level 2, but it's not a big issue, because if our opponent is able to destroy Gambu, maybe our Eagle and other spirit are more safe, so we can for sure use the effect of Gambu before our opponent can destroy it. So is really strong card. Another card that makes a player fall in love, not only a yellow player, is a Judgment Angel Flagellum. Cost 6-2, Luster at all level 2 and level 3 during our attack step. When we use a magic card that costs 5 or more, once the effect is resolved, we can reduce all of our opponent's spirit BP by 2000. So what we can say is a really strong card with a really strong effect. Anyway, it's a cost 6-2, and it requires to use magic card to do something, and in particular cost 5 or more magic cards. So we must have a big amount of cores, or maybe Michaela on the field. But anyway, is a really late game card, but is another good one for Luster combo. Luster combo that I think that is not as also a yellow player. I think that Luster combo is not made to be a pure deck. Luster combo is just a combo built around 2 or 3 cards and some magic cards that can be put in all yellow deck with a good base, and can be a win condition, but not a pure deck. So this is the type of cards that Angel and Luster need to be good. not cards like Caladrius or Reaper Angel, because we don't need to use Luster in the early game. We just have Celestial to do that if you want, but Luster is a late game combo, so we have to make a really strong base to reach that state of the game. But anyway, we will talk about deck building in our live if you want to participate. Anyway, Flagellum is a really good card. We have just talked about Reaper Angel. Is a good idea. Good idea is a cool idea, but it's not good for Angel. In my opinion, in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but I think that this type of card doesn't make Luster be good. I won't use this card. Talks also quickly about Beardfolk. Eagle Rider Silhouette. Beardfolk is the most mysterious archetype that we have right now. I can't imagine what this archetype want to do. When destroyed by the opponent, we can reduce BP of our opponent's spirit by 3000. And level 2 and 3, when attack for each spirit at level 1, we can reveal the top card of the deck and add one Beardfolk card from that. I basically think that this card is too costly to be a searcher. Yeah, it is. It has a pretty good when destroyed effect, but this is not enough to cost 6 in my opinion. And also, Beardfolk effect usually are built around the level 1 of our spirit, and this requires level 2 to be active, so this is a really meh card, I think. Pretty better is this standard Rare Merry Flame. Cost 4, Beardfolk. When destroyed, you can view the top card of the deck and decide to return it from the top or the bottom deck, and then we can draw a card. So it's just a +1, but we can decide to draw a card that we reveal or tempting the fortune and go to another card. Yeah, it's not a bad card, but I don't see a spot for that card in some yellow deck. So let's talk about Topaz Sanctuary. Like other Sanctuary, cost 2 with 1 reduction. Only at level 2 it has an effect. During opponent attack end step, we can reveal a card from the hand of our opponent and just that. So this is a really mediocre effect that basically does nothing. Yeah, we have some information about our opponent hand, but we have to put 2 cores on top of Sanctuary and leave them on it for all opponent's turn, just to reveal a card from the end. So no, it's really awful, I think. The only good thing about this card is that it costs 2. So for some type of searchers that search cost 2 cards can be good, but anyway is a really unuseful card, and this unfortunately make also bad the cards that work around that, like Red Queen and Pilgrim, I think. Talk finally about magic cards. We don't have a really good magic cards in this yellow release. We have Discontinue, interesting card for basically for the old version, I think. When this card is discarded from deck by our opponent, we can return that from the trash to the hand, so is a slightly anti-mill effect, and again, and then plus 2000 BP during this turn to another spirit. Maybe it will be better. It would be better if they say, if it would say that it can return to the top of the deck, so we can just protect older card from mill in some way, or maybe as the old version stop completely mill if it get discarded from the deck. But anyway, in this form is really unuseful card. Another meh card is a Rapid Rule, cost 5/2. During this turn, all of our spirit that cost 2 or fewer cannot be blocked by opponent spirit that cost 5 or more. Yeah, is win condition for cost 2 rush. That is right now is not a good deck, and I think that also for this release is not. It will not get any better, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, I think that a cost 5 with true reduction magic just to do that is too much to pay. And so, yeah, no, not a particular good card. So, in general, what we can say about yellow, in this BSS03, we have a really big support from some parts of yellow, like Angel and Fable Beast, that are the main archetype, especially Fable Beast, and some really interesting card from other lander spirit, but for the rest, for Nexus and Magic card, we just get nothing. So I think is a success rate like 7.5, just thanks to the big Fable Beast and the Flagellum and some pretty cute other lander, and also for the art of Red Queen that I love that. Unfortunately, the card is not so good, in my opinion, but we will see. For this video is all. We will see you to the next video, and bye bye and ciao.